What's up everybody, I'm John Boat Jiraiya. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys a basic John Boat wiring setup. So contrary to most of the YouTube videos you might have seen, this is a very straightforward and easy wiring build. This is for folks that have John boats that aren't outfitted like a bass boat. I'll go ahead and go through all the materials that you'll need. I'll also link below everything at Amazon, and then I'll go through the tools that you're going to need. So I'm going to start with this. This is a plastic ABS conduit box. So this was about $20 on Amazon. This is IP67 waterproof. It's got these latches here that clamp down. It's also got this neat little board in the back here that you can mount your fuse box to and anything else you need to mount to. So we'll be using this box to hold the fuse and also to put all the switches on. Then it also comes with these connectors here, which allows you to run wiring into this box, and it still maintains its IP67 waterproof. So really fantastic box here, and 20 bucks is a pretty good value for that. So we'll move on to the buttons here. So I actually bought two different types of buttons, and I'll preface this by saying I know most of the YouTube videos I watch out there, people will go and buy the kind of pre-set up rocker panels on Amazon. They're about 20 or 30 bucks, and those look great and they seem to work okay for most people, but I just didn't like the fact that they weren't fully waterproof. If you look at even the most popular one, it's not fully submersible. There's a lot of complaints about the quality of the switches and that kind of thing. So just figured if I'm going to do this, I want to do it once and I want the components to last. So I started with I bought 5 of these. These are stainless steel IP67 switches by a company called Nylite. So they seem to be very high quality. I'm going to be using these to run all of my lighting around the boat. And then the second kind of switch that I purchased, again, another stainless steel, fully waterproof switch here. This is a heavier duty switch, and it's intended for bilge pumps and things that need more current. So I'm going to be using these for the bilge and for the spotlights. So the next things, of course, you need a battery switch. This is an absolute necessity. Very cheap, under $10. Fuse block. We're going to be putting this inside of the box here, and we're going to be installing everything. Everything's going to go through this fuse block right here. I bought these 4-gauge inverter wires. Going to be using one end of it connected to the switch. The other end is going to be connecting to the fuse block. I did have to buy these little 4-gauge connectors because that block uses a bolt that is much smaller than this piece right here. So there were a few items that I did sort of cheap out on. So I actually cheaped out on this wiring, was I think under $10. I bought 16-gauge. This is just regular old, kind of audio or automotive wire. I know they do sell marine duplex wire. It's about 3 or 4 times the price. I opted for this because I actually took the money that I was going to spend on a duplex wire and I invested it in these waterproof connectors and the solder seal wire connectors. So I think this wire will be okay, but what I've noticed is the connections tend to be the things that fail the most. So if I was going to cheap out on something, it'd be the wire and not the connectors. So that's about it for what you would need to buy. Oh, I did forget this real quick. So these are cable clips. I've also got some zip ties here. These I have are pre-purchased, so I didn't buy these off of Amazon, but if you don't have them, you'll also need to purchase those. So now we'll go to what tools do you need to be able to do this installation. So you'll need a drill, you'll need a few different spade bits. So these are, I've got a 7/8, 13/16, and a 5/8. So these three are for the switches and for the NPT connectors to the fuse box. So this one is a 29/64, and this one is for the heavy duty switches. So you'll need a drill. You'll need some of these spade bits. You'll also need a heat gun, preferably not a lighter. This works a lot better than a lighter. Would highly suggest this. I think these are about 20 bucks max. Then of course, your standard, crimp, wire crimps, and I like to use these. These are auto wire strippers. Very handy, and they really kind of speed things up. So that's really just about it for everything that you need. Stay tuned and we'll go into the actual installation. All right guys, we are back in the garage here looking at the boat. Just going to show you guys what I have set up. So I've got these Nightlight. I think these are like 16 LED spotlights here. These pull quite a bit of current, so I'm going to be running these, and then the smaller spotlights. I've got some navigation lights on the bow of the boat here, classic green red, going around the boat. Same nav lights. And if you look at the wiring, I have the wiring kind of all fed under this I don't know what to call this little bench in the front here. And then what happens is it kind of moves down and onto the side, and I have it running through the side. And I apologize, there's a lot of stuff on the boat right now. I'm just currently working on the project. So you'll see I also got 2 LED strips down here. These are just kind of courtesy lights. I've disconnected those. You'll see the wiring runs around and to the back. Now to kind of prepare things, I have all my wires everything is labeled. Don't have any connectors on the end yet. There's a reason for that. So I've got all my wires right here. This is everything that's going to go in the fuse box. This is my bilge pump right here. I'm also going to end up putting another bilge pump on the other side, just to have 2 bilge pumps. And really that's just about it. I've got, and the fish finder. I've got a fish finder, so I'm going to be running fish finder, underwater lights. I've got these lights that go underwater right here. I've got my spotlight, and then I've got my navigation lights, including the stern nav light here. So I'm going to end up putting this box, I'm going to end up mounting it about right here, and we're going to put the switch. Sorry. So I'm going to mount the box right here. Let me go this way, that way you guys can see. So I'm going to mount the box just like this. A little bit. Straighter. Okay, now that our box has been outfitted with the NPT connectors, you can see both sides here. I'm going to go ahead and mount it. Kind of already started with the screws. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and mount the fuse panel onto the electrical box. This is a kind of a breadboard here. So we're going to mount that to that, and then we're going to put that in the box. Now we're going to go ahead and put it inside of the box here. Just put these 4 screws on. Alright, so I wasn't able to show you guys this, but I went ahead and started feeding the wires through these connectors here. Try to get it, show you. So you can see all my wires have already gone through here. Just open it for a second and show you that all the wires are in there along the fuse panel. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and start drilling holes for the light switches. We're going to start with the small ones here. Now, for now, I ordered a pack of 5. I've only got 2 lights that I want to control for now, but I'm gonna, as I add more lighting onto my boat, I'll drill out more of these holes and just kind of go from there. For now, I'm just going to add 2 of these. I've got my 5/8 drill bit here. Okay, I'm gonna do the next switch here. Stopping, so method. Now we are going to install the bilge switch and the headlight switches. These are the 30 amp switches, so they're much heavier duty. They also are a different size. So there we go. Make sure it's on side. Okay. Put the wiper cap on. Okay, GoPro ran out of batteries. I've just been going through and putting a lot of wires on the terminal. Give you guys then connecting all of the ground wires, and I'm starting to connect these pieces on the end of the red ones. I've also got these labeled, but while I was heat shrinking these around, it kind of got burnt. So got these labeled. I kind of generally know where they're going to go. The switches that I bought actually come with these little wiring. Kind of tells you how to wire it. So we don't want the LED light always on, so we want to make sure we wire it per the wiring diagram on number 1 here. Okay guys, I'm going to show you the finished product. I wish I could have shown you the wiring, but my GoPro kept overheating, and I just kind of was like, you know what, I'll show you guys the finished product when I'm done so you can see how I set it up. So the first thing you'll notice is I have the battery switch. That I have it mounted to the battery case. This is just a Minn Kota trolling motor center, I think that's what it's called. But right now it's off. When I turn it on, the lights for the switches illuminate, and nothing is on right now. But the way that I have it right now is each switch, so these 2 switches, I only have 2 right now, but they each control part of the lighting. So if you hit this one, it turns on the front lights right here. These are your front navigation lights. Very cool. And then this one turns on the stern light. Oh, very bright. This one turns on the front spotlight. So you can see these are heavy duty 30 amp switches, so a lot of current running through them. Definitely very cool. And then the last switch that I have here is the bilge pump. And my fish finder is wired through, it's wired through the fuse box, but it doesn't have a switch. I wouldn't want to do that. But everything appears to be working pretty good right now. Now I also have the option, I have a second battery right there, and what I might do is I might go ahead and connect these in parallel, just so I have kind of extra power if I need it. Other than that, everything seems to work really well. I'm very happy with the quality of these switches, and I think they're going to last a long time. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's about it for this video. If you liked it, please remember to like and subscribe to my videos. If you have any questions, or if you just, if you really like the content, just comment below, and I'll definitely reply. See you guys next time.
Subscribe and like for more content like this.